Ogdensburg City Council continues to iron out next year's budget. Council met for about an hour to discuss the general fund last night. Councilors were largely in agreement with the preliminary budget put forward by City Manager Fonda Cronus. As the city looks to add several new positions, including a police officer, a deputy city clerk, and an economic development coordinator, $300,000 was moved from other parts of the budget, including the Department of Public Works. The city is also considering setting a standard for how much money should be kept in its fund balance.
I do think we all recognize the importance of not only establishing a fund balance policy, but then staying faithful to it.
One more budget workshop will be held next Monday.